Okay, good morning from pack up and transfer day in the Zelaya room. Beautiful morning again. We've been very blessed with pretty darn good weather, especially for August. We'll pop out there in a little bit. But we did decide today that the best thing to do, we're transferring. We have an Epcot and Hollywood Studios day, and then we're transferring to the Riviera. So we decided the best thing to do would probably be to do room service for breakfast. Grand Floridian is the only resort currently offering room service. A lot of that stopped after COVID. Grand Floridian has brought it back. The others, even like the Polynesian, doesn't have this option for you. So this is kind of how it arrived. We got the Grand Family Breakfast, which I'll explain in a minute. It's kind of like a big, almost like a mini buffet type of offering. But they just brought this in. Marissa brought it. She was very sweet. So this is how it comes. It's all kind of covered in plastic. It's a little reminiscent of like, cruise line room service where everything's sort of covered in plastic. Same trays. So I'm getting the cruise line vibes. But we'll sort of unbox this and get this set up and show you in a minute what all is in it.
While Sydney and I were waking up and getting breakfast ordered and set up, Gio made a stopover at the Grand Floridian's workout facilities. These are located in and adjacent to the same building as the Grand Floridian Spa, which is just across from the main entrance of the main Grand Floridian building. The gym was nice. It had a nice selection of equipment, towels, water, fresh fruit, etc. And it's wonderful to have a gym here because not every Disney resort has a gym. In fact, I think only 10 of them have gyms. So Saratoga, both Animal Kingdom Lodge and Kidani Village have one. The Contemporary, Boulder Ridge Yacht Club, Old Key West Boardwalk, Coronado Springs, and Poly Island Tower are, I believe, the only properties with on-site gyms. So particularly if you enjoy strength training and you're going to be at Disney for a while, it's great to have the option to come to a true gym and get a workout or two in, even on vacation. Outside of the gym, there's also a sports courts area with some basketballs available, as well as apparently an area where you can grill out. So don't forget to pack your kebabs.
Okay, I had a little bit of a chance to get this kind of unpackaged and set up. So we'll save this main breakfast platter thing for last. So again, this is the Grand Family Breakfast. This is supposed to serve 4. I think that is very realistic. It came with, they asked how many place settings we wanted. We said 3. So it only came with 3, but I'm assuming it'll come with as many as you ask for. The place settings are very nice. When room service came, they offered to set our table for us. So you kind of saw how it came. I said, no, that's okay. We'll kind of get it set up because Gio was working out. He wasn't here yet. And I wanted to wait till he was here and then kind of get things set up and eat it fresh together. So anyway, very nice place settings. Probably the nicest room service place settings I've seen around. There's a little bit of kind of accoutrements for the biscuits, some jellies. There's a little Tabasco, some preserves, salt and pepper. This is our gorgeous fruit bowl. So this is impressive. This is a coffee carafe, orange juice. All of this came with the breakfast, except we did order an extra water and an extra apple juice that you'll see. That's for Sydney. I'm thinking one of these is butter and one is cream. I'm not sure. I'm assuming that the biscuits came with butter. We can update you on that. But let's assume one is butter and one is some kind of like whipped cream for the Mickey waffles that you'll see in a second. Here's the syrup. And then this is the platter. So this is a absolutely massive amount of food. Bacon, Mickey waffles, sausage, scrambled eggs, and then cheesy potato casserole is what they're calling those potato cakes. So pretty impressive display here. So we're going to eat in our room here shortly. We'll let you know how it is. I'm assuming all the food we've had here has been so good. So I'm going to assume this is all pretty darn good. Sydney's got her little setup here. She's watching a show while I get organized and she kind of wakes up. So we're going to be eating breakfast and packing up and getting ready to go. But beautiful start to the day so far. And we're excited. Our game plan today is to either monorail or maybe we'll walk. Yeah, we'll probably walk over to the TTC from here. It's not too far. It's maybe like a 15-minute walk from here. And we're going to head over to Epcot. We've got a couple lightning lanes planned this morning at Epcot. We've got lunch at Garden Grill. And then we're going to head over to Hollywood Studios for a couple rides. And then we'll head back to the Riviera where we're transferring to today. So I'll talk about the Bell Services transfer experience too. So anyway, join us today. We've got an exciting day ahead. Sydney decided to finish her Mickey waffle out here, which I can't blame her. Sydney, do you have a review of the breakfast? How was the breakfast for you? Medium? What was your favorite thing? The Mickey waffle? What was your least favorite thing?
Eggs, blueberries.
The eggs and the blueberries?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Well, Poppy and I did give it very high marks. Poppy, the cheesy hash browns weren't Poppy's favorite. They have a little bit of like a garlicky flavor. So I understand he's not super into that flavor profile, but I loved them. I would have eaten all of them if I had the room, but there were too many. So, all right, well, that was a fantastic experience having breakfast in the room. Very grateful Grand Floridian is offering that option. Now we've got about 15-20 minutes left to pack and get ready and get out the door because we're headed to Epcot. You ready for a big day? Yeah.
This visit, we did a split stay between the Grand Floridian and Riviera, which means that we are checking out of Grand Floridian this morning and checking into Riviera later today. After our bags were packed, we were ready to send them for transfer to the Riviera before making our way to the parks for the day. The way this works is that you need to have your bags over to Bell Services by a certain time in the morning, and they can let you know what that is just with a quick phone call or a stop at the desk, and they will transfer the bags for you to your next Disney World resort. And they'll transfer things like, we've given them a case of water before, car seats, all kinds of stuff. So they will transfer many different types of things for you. I've seen people ask if they will transfer to non-Disney resorts. They will not do that. Like, you can't ask them to transfer you over to a Universal hotel, but Bell Services can hold your bags for as long as you want on checkout day. So if you were heading to a non-Disney resort, you just have to go back and collect them yourself.
Okay, we got things squared away with Bell Services. They are going to kindly transfer our bags to Riviera. So we're now just sitting here. We did order a minivan. We're running like slightly behind schedule. We could easily take the monorail, but it's already starting to get a little toasty out. So we're going to take a minivan, which should be here in about 5 minutes. Overall, I think we were kind of reflecting. We really enjoyed this stay at the Grand Floridian. Beautiful. The DVC villas are beautiful. That room service breakfast was amazing. Like, the room service element is kind of in my mind, it's kind of a big perk of staying here. Did you have any thoughts on Grand Floridian? What was your favorite thing?
I like that it's very close to the gym, which is right behind us. So, and that's like out of your control where they're going to put you. But it's really nice to be close to the pool and to the gym.
Yeah.
That's actually really nice.
Yeah, the location of the Villas building is really nice because, to his point, you're kind of sandwiched in between all the good stuff, and you're right next to Polynesian too. So that enabled us to go over to Wailulu Grill last night, which was awesome. So, and the villas have kind of like this cozy, smaller, obviously the Grand Floridian, the main building is very grand and beautiful. The villas are kind of cozier. Now, they don't have any food or beverage options in the villas portion, which is fine. There's a little water station over there with like water and sparkling water kind of over there. But, all in all, like, I would definitely stay here. The price point's really high, but I think the rooms are very nice. It's not that they're not nice, but the price point, I think, is more about the location and the amenities and the service and all of that. So overall, very happy. Definitely probably will stay here again. But now we're excited to go get our day at Epcot started, or our morning at Epcot started. Minivan time. Do you like minivans? What's your favorite thing about a minivan, Sydney? The TV. They do. Minivans are very nice. It's a Lyft affiliated, Disney affiliated Lyft. So as you could see in the back here, they carry car seats, they carry boosters. You don't even really have to tell them in advance unless you maybe have a lot of kids what you've got. And they've got a booster seat, car seat, whatever you need. They install for you. I always double check, but they install for you. They have a couple of screens in here. You'll see they'll play some Disney shows, and they drop you off basically as close as you can possibly be dropped off to each park. So they have special access. Even at Magic Kingdom, they don't take you to TTC, they take you to like where the Disney buses take you. So off we go in our minivan. Okay, are you enjoying yourself, Sydney? Yep, she's gone. Another great thing about minivans is immaculately clean every time. Never a speck, seriously. Yes, sir, please. And chargers, temperature control back here. We've already got some Halloween Cuckoo Loca going, so we are ready for a great day. Okay, and you can see the minivan drop-off station, which actually this is new that they can drop off over here. It's covered. It used to not be covered. It was a different area. And you can see we are right next to the Epcot entrance. The monorail, ironically, actually is slightly closer, but the buses are not. So minivan has quite an edge. It's quite a bit faster. All right, our first lightning lane of the day is Figment. We were about 20-30 minutes behind schedule this morning, so I actually moved it from 9:25 to 10:10. So luckily the park and the ride was, you know, not so busy that I was able to kind of bump it ahead a little bit. So we are headed to Figment. Okay, here's the Land Pavilion. Later we'll be eating lunch here and doing Sydney's favorite ride at Epcot, which is Living with the Land. But right now we're hanging a left to Imagination. That's the pyramids. That's where Figment's at. And the DVC Lounge. We're gonna check that out afterwards and do a sunscreen application. Okay, we do have lightning lanes here. 5-minute wait for Figment standby. Did we need the lightning lane for Figment and then Nemo, which we're gonna do later? No. Did we need it for Remy, which we're gonna do later? Yes. So I got the lightning lane primarily for Remy, but you know, we'll use it here, which is handy. The Imagination Institute open house. Can't wait to see what they've been up to. Oh my goodness. Look at these famous faces.
On your tour, you'll see how the 5 human senses can help capture your imagination. I thought I told you not to interfere.
But you got it wrong, Doc. It's not about listening with your ears. It's about listening with your imagination.
Pleasant, familiar smells.
That smell.
I'd love to.
Figment, this is not a good...
Of inspiration, I made my house an innovation, imagination.
Okay, and after the Figment ride, of course, we love this little area where you can kind of, there's just a bunch of like interactive play stuff. It's very like children's museum-y, but it's cool. Sydney loves this area. We usually spend a little bit of time here. Looks like Figment is doing a little meet and greet over here too. Okay, as you leave the Figment area, there's a DVC Lounge actually, right by the gift shop that has all the Figment stuff in it. So we are gonna check that out, apply some sunscreen, kind of get ready for the rest of the day. Ooh, I love the lighting in here, very natural. Okay, so little refreshment station with the Coke Freestyle stations, little chips, granola bars, stuff like that. All right, so we're hanging out in the lounge, doing our sunscreen thing, doing our relaxing thing. Then we're gonna head down to the Moana splash pad. A little gaming spot for the kids, some tables with games, a TV with stuff going on. This is kind of right next to the snack station with the freestyle machines. And plenty of places to sit, charge your devices, kind of a cool, you can see Spaceship Earth over there. So just a nice little spot to kind of sit and chill and recharge before you keep going in the park. All right, Moana splash pad is not too far from the Imagination Pavilion, just kind of backtrack slightly and then we'll be there. Welcome to Journey of Water, inspired by Moana. So this is kind of an interactive experience. I would set aside at least 45 minutes your first time. You're gonna learn about the water cycle. You're gonna learn about all kinds of attributes of water. And get to kind of splash around, play in the water, things of that nature. It's really cool. Cool, the water kind of plays like a harp in this part. Cool. There you go. I'm gonna do it. Go, water, go. Maybe not. See if he's got it. is the land portion. Talks about how water shapes the land and vice versa. You can see there's a dry path and a wet path. Today's pretty hot. The dry path is looking pretty sparse, but you can go that way if you want. If you move slowly, the waterfall might open for you, it says. Ah, you gotta go slow. There we go. Did it work? There we go. And there are bathrooms in here about halfway through, which is really nice because, you know, if you have a kid who needs to go to the bathroom, they don't have to leave. It's a bathroom. You thought it was another exhibit, huh?
Don't look at the rest of it.
There's the beautiful Te Fiti overseeing this land. So cool. If you're thinking, oh, that seemed a little quick, you don't need 45 minutes. Well, first, we've been here before. So our first time, we only spent 30 minutes. It wasn't enough. Second is if your kid likes splash pads at all, you will spend 20 minutes here alone on the splash pad. So here we are camping out. There is shade, which is great. So very nice little pit stop to cool off. Next up is Nemo. We did not do lightning lanes. It's usually a pretty short standby, so we're gonna give it a try. We're waiting for the School of Fish to perform for us in the queue at Finding Nemo. They'll make fun little shapes on this wall if you're in the regular queue. There it goes.
Nemo!
Oh, science is great. There's so much to know.
Hi, I'm Dory.
I am looking for my son.
Ooh, I can help. Oh, no.
It's Nemo.
Where? Big and bouncy that looks like a balloon.
Ah, jellyfish.
Right.
Swim over and say goodnight to your old pal Bruce. That's just the bit of Ireland.
Look at these real fish. So cool. All right, there is actually a bunch of additional stuff you can do to explore the seas here, but we have a lightning lane and a lunch reservation to get to. So we are off to Livin' with the Land in the Land Pavilion. Out through the gift shop, of course. We're gonna walk by the candy and it's gonna be real hard. The Land Pavilion, another air-conditioned stop, part of our stay in the air conditioning strategy here in August. This is the building. This pavilion has Soarin', Livin' with the Land, Garden Grill, a bunch of cool stuff. So, but we are headed down to Livin' with the Land. I'm actually glad we grabbed a lightning lane because unusually, it looked like the standby wait was like 25 minutes. So not always does Livin' with the Land have a reasonably long wait. Yeah, very popular ride today. Standby is a 25-minute wait, and even the lightning lane has a little bit of a backup here to get in, so kind of crazy.
Hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the boat at all times.
Are these rocks real?
Yeah.
Is this like lava?
Yep.
The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for each year to serve in restaurants around Walt Disney World. Innovations like this one can play an important role in our efforts to produce the
Even the shrimp tanks have little hidden Mickeys. Ooh, they're growing Carolina Reapers. Wow.
These plants are definitely on their way up. Innovative growing techniques.
All right, living with the land was super fun. Now we're headed back up to Garden Grill, which is basically right at the top of the escalator here. So very handy. All right, so Garden Grill is cool. Like I mentioned, it's right above Living with the Land, and they actually use a lot of the produce that's grown in the greenhouses in Living with the Land. And you can see down below there's Soarin' Seasons, which is kind of like the food court area. And then there's the Living with the Land entrance. So Land Pavilion is pretty cool. We enjoy spending time here. Okay, Garden Grill is a rotating restaurant. Rotates very slowly, so motion sickness folks, keep going, sweet pea. Don't worry about it. But it rotates so you can view some of the different landscapes from Living with the Land. And, surprise, while you're dining, a few characters might pop by and say hi. So we've been looking forward to this for quite a while. And Sydney's never been here before, so she doesn't really know what we're in for. What do you think of the moving walkway? Here we got our plates, like a Mickey. Currently, we're over the prairie scene. So that's kind of cool. If you get up and stand on the edge, you can see it a little bit better, but...
There's buffalo. They say that there's buffalo out there.
So they do.
Bison.
In the narration for Living with the Land, they say that there's buffalo that helps shape the, you know, the topography of the plains, but they're actually bison. We were just recently in Yellowstone National Park and we learned that they are bison.
Yeah.
So, hello.
Mommy, we ran a ton.
I know.
And then we have little tongs for the salad. I'll be right back. I forgot to grab them. I'll be right back.
Oh my goodness, so cute. Oh. Okay, we already broke into the food, but they bring you, this is an all you care to enjoy. You pay per person, and it's served kind of family style, similar to a lot of other character dining. Garden salad, there's some cornbread, and a little thing of vegetables. So this is kind of the first course that they bring you. And I ordered one of the specialty drinks, I forget the name of it. I was just looking at it on the menu, but I've had this one before. Actually, the Polynesian has this same specialty drink, so I know I like it. How's your cornbread, Sydney? You like it? Thumbs up? Okay, awesome. Goodness, look who it is. It's Mickey in a farmer outfit. Oh my gosh, I love it. Look at the overalls. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, Mickey. All right, so the next round of food came. I should have taken a video before we dove into it, but it came with some mac and cheese. It has little cheesy Mickeys in it. It came with mashed potatoes, turkey, some, what'd she say, is it flank steak, green beans, and sauteed vegetables. It looks really good. And I think that's everything that came in the second round, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The beef looks like it has like a chimichurri type of sauce on it too, which is really interesting. So we'll see what the verdict is here. Who do we have here? Oh my goodness, look at him. Oh, so sweet. Oh, look at them hug. Oh, that was nice. Oh, she's giving him a little pet. Look at that. Oh, he likes it. Oh. Okay, we did ask. So again, this is family style, so they just kind of keep bringing it. They'll keep coming back and asking what you want more of. And we really liked the flank steak, but since I'm pregnant, it wasn't quite cooked well enough for me to be comfortable. And he likes his medium well, and she kind of likes hers medium well. So we actually asked them, hey, could we have more of the flank steak, but could we have it medium well? And they did it for us, so that's pretty cool. I don't know that I've ever tried to do like a custom request like that on one of these family style meals, so that is good to know for the future. Look who's here! Hi! Oh, look at that! Oh, so nice! Oh! just ate some of our food. What a stinker. So get the glare off here. One thing that some of the character dinings do is they sort of give you this like postcard with an image of the characters that we met today. On the backside, they've signed it. So that's kind of a cool, there we go. Pardon the chimichurri on my thumb. But that's kind of a cool little takeaway that she gets from this encounter. Here you go. Here's your postcard from the characters. We're transitioning from the rainforest to the desert, so Sydney needed to check it out.
We're saying still, you're moving.
Okay, thank you very much. Wow!
Sing happy birthday.
You sing happy birthday to you. They also brought a strawberry shortcake to share, along with a chocolate cupcake for Sydney. I don't think it's because it's her birthday. I don't know if they knew it was her birthday, actually. It's just, let me see the little, is that the farmer Mickey? Okay.
Let's sing everybody happy birthday.
Okay.
And 1, 2, 2.
Okay, we're back to the scene where we started on the farm. And I would say that full thing took about an hour and 10 minutes. So if you do want to get a full rotation and see all the scenes, maybe plan for like an hour and 15. And this was perfect timing with, I mean, we're all done. So yeah, wonderful experience here. I think we'll probably, we'll be back here. It's hard because Epcot has so much good dining, but here's yet another great option, especially if you like the the veggies and kind of the healthier stuff. There were a lot of good options here for that. So, but off we go. We got a lightning lane to Remy next. So off we go to the France Pavilion. Okay, quick bathroom stop outside of Garden Grill. There's a very nice, very large bathroom there. So we took advantage of that, and now Puppy actually went to get the stroller to bring it over from the stroller parking because he's very fast. And we're gonna meet up with him and then head over to Remy. You see him yet? He's got the bluey shirt on, which makes him easy to spot. That was on purpose. Just entering World Showcase, kind of doing the side entrance that's closest to this Canada pavilion over here. Part of our heat strategy, always take the most direct route. Sometimes we enjoy the scenic shortcuts. Not today. Right now it's 93 degrees, heat index of, UV index of 10. So it's hot. Canada / Pacific Northwest. Cheery United Kingdom. Pip pip. Never gets this hot in the United Kingdom though. And in the distance we see the Eiffel Tower, so we know we're getting close to Remy. Now entering France. This is actually maybe my favorite pavilion. And I love to shop here. I don't always have a bunch of time to shop here, but today we probably will pop into a couple shops before we head over to Hollywood Studios after Remy. Okay, actually Sydney's sleeping. She fell asleep in the 11-minute walk over here, so we decided to do some shopping, some peace and quiet shopping, let her sleep, rest for a little bit in the air-conditioned shops, and then we'll go over and we'll do Remy. We've got an hour window that just opened to do it, so we're good on time. Well, this is kind of interesting. They have a little collection of stuff from Disneyland Paris in the France Pavilion in Epcot. All this stuff says Disneyland Paris, even though we are decidedly not in Disneyland Paris. So there you go. A little shortcut. One thing I really enjoy about shopping in the pavilions is they always have some kind of like authentic, imported stuff from the countries. Here's their little what's imported from France section. It's always kind of cool to check out what they've got. If you can't beat them, join them. We've been seeing the Remy rats for a while, so we finally became one of the crowd. Okay, another favorite stop. There are a lot of sweets in this pavilion, but there's an ice cream sorbet shop right here. Near that, we were just in Aux Vins de France. And then I'm gonna take a quick check in Leal and see what's in here, and then we're headed over to the ride. Sydney's been napping for about 20 minutes at this point. Always just the cutest stuff in here. So this is the same as last time we were here in April, but maybe there's some new stuff going on. We'll see. All right, really nothing new since we were here a few months ago. So I'm gonna take off. Over here is the boulangerie patisserie, which has, you know, food, snacks. It's pretty packed, so I'm not gonna go in there right now, and we literally just stuffed ourselves at lunch. But thank you, Lehal, for a little bit of good shopping. And now we're headed over to Remy. Again, sticking in the air conditioning, sticking in the shade as much as we can. Taking the arcade shortcut over to the portion of the park where the entrance to Remy is, or the portion of the pavilion, sorry. There's our Skyliners and our boats that we're gonna be on in about half an hour to go over to Hollywood Studios. Obviously not stopping there either, but you can get a good breakfast at the creperie here. Just something to note if you're trying to do breakfast in Epcot, especially if you're coming in through the International Gateway. This may be the closest breakfast spot, is right there. Made it. So cute. Oh, look, we're headed into Gusto's. Look, I think something might be going on in here. It's part of the regular queue. Remy is a 3D ride, so here's where you get your glasses. This is a 3D ride, so I won't really be able to film any of it, but we're looking forward to it. So much fun, we have to do it again, and now we're sad because we can't. Thanks, Remy, we had a great time. Okay, just around the river bend. There's our France Pavilion over there. Just around the bend, we've got the Epcot International Gateway, Skyliner station, and the friendship boats over to some of the Epcot resorts and Hollywood Studios. So that's where we're headed. Up, up and away. All right, we're on our Skyliner ride. We're headed to actually Riviera first for a transfer over to Hollywood Studios. It's hot in here. It's nothing like it is outside. And when it actually gets going, there's a bit of a breeze that's kind of nice. But it did look like the friendship boat, which we've actually never taken that boat from Hollywood Studios to Epcot and vice versa. It looked totally enclosed, which means there may have been air conditioning, so that could have been the smarter move. But here we are on the Skyliner. It's truly not bad. It's better than outside, but it's not air conditioned. There's a little breeze coming in from up here though, so we're thankful for that. Okay, I think I said earlier we were switching gondolas at Riviera. We're not. We switched gondolas at Caribbean Beach Resort, which we are flying over right now. So just about ready to make a quick transfer, which is super easy. I'll show you how we do it, and then we'll be on our way to Hollywood Studios. Nailing it with the stroller and the Skyliner. Thank you.
Can I take that cabin?
So as you come out of those gondolas we were just in, there's very clear markings here, and there's cast members around to kind of help you know where to go. If you want to go back to Epcot or Riviera, you circle back around. If you want to go to Hollywood Studios, you go here. Super duper easy. Here we are arriving at Hollywood Studios. There's the tower. You can kind of see the top of the theater. You weirdo. Welcome to Hollywood Studios. Always keep your hydration game on. I know, there's the boat we didn't take. Maybe. Oh, that's where the boats dock, by the way. So, a little bit of a walk from there, not too bad. Okay, similar to Magic Kingdom yesterday, this park is closing early today at 6 p.m. I'm actually not sure what for, I didn't dig too deep, but we're hoping that also means here lower crowds, so we'll see what happens. Okay, and we're in, and my family is taking the stroller through what was kind of a long stroller mobility scooter line, so they said, please grab us 2 waters. So I'm gonna go grab 2 waters. All right, got our waters. Minnie and Mickey's, we thought about doing our strategy where we wait in line to go on at once and then we use our lightning lane. We could have done that, but it's a 40-minute wait right now, so. And if it's 40 minutes, that means at least probably 20 of that's gonna be outside. It's a little too hot for that, for our taste today. So we'll just ride once, then we're gonna go do a little bit of shopping. We're gonna see if we can catch the new Villains show at 4:30, which is down in the area kind of by Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror. And that's pretty much it. We're just here. Sydney's favorite ride is Minnie and Mickey's, so that we're kind of here to do that. Maybe do a little bit of, you know, shopping in the Villains show. Then we're swimming tonight, so that's the game plan. Hey, here's the queue for Minnie and Mickey's, the regular queue. I don't know, it's just a little too toasty for that. We'll head over to the Lightning Lane entrance, which is right here in the beautiful facade of the theater. Gosh, this is so swell, says Mickey Mouse. Well, I agree. There she goes. Oh, three-legged race. What's going on with that? That's kind of silly looking, huh?
Oh, hiya, folks. Want to take a ride on the train?
We exit through that same, now we're going back into the real world from the cartoon world. Phew, we made it. All right, Minnie and Mickey's was a smash hit as usual. Now we are actually gonna try to make the 4 o'clock Villains show. So we're gonna have to make haste. It says it starts in 8 minutes. It's about a 6-minute walk according to the app. So let's see what we can do. Okay, we're gonna try to get into this 4 o'clock show. We'll see what happens. Looks like maybe that will work.
I'm merely here to propose that I am the most misunderstood of all.
Wow, you need a little cheese to go with that diamond. What? Okay, I'm cool, I'm calm, I'm cool. Hey, whoever's knocking, get mine. I'm different.
You misunderstand me most of all. The name that is mine, and mine alone.
Okay, the Villains show was super cute. It's about 15 minutes long. And Sydney really enjoyed it, although the villain she voted for, as most misunderstood, did not win. So that was a bit of a disappointment, but otherwise she did well. So they're grabbing the stroller. We're gonna do a little bit of shopping on our way out, but we got a text that our room at the Riviera is ready. So we're gonna kind of gradually make our way back there, and then we're gonna spend the evening at the pool, do dinner kind of probably at Bar Riva next to the pool, and just enjoy our last evening here at Disney World for this trip. Okay, too fun. They have a bunch of new Villains merchandise to go with the new Villains show, so that's fun. Well, Sydney was told she could get her first pair of earrings after her starter earrings from when she got her ears pierced. She was told she could get them here, so here we are. Getting ready to pick out some earrings. This little collection is new since last time we were here, I think. That is so cute. I love the pattern. I mean, I like pink, so of course I like it. But it's so cute. Officially got the fall stuff out here too. Limit 2 per item. I mean, the little tiny kids, Minnie and Mickey Mouse stuff. I mean, come on, 3 to 6 months. It's so cute. Well, we couldn't pass up our usual stop at the Toy Story shop, so she got a bullseye. We gotta add him to the Toy Story collection. All right, well, that was our Sunset Boulevard shopping. Now I think we're gonna do a small amount of Hollywood Boulevard shopping. Okay, I'm in Keystone Clothiers. I'm sure these exist elsewhere, but I just saw these popcorn ears. I think those are so funny, popcorn ears. I mean, it is quintessential Disney parks. He got the Indiana Jones hat and whip. So this is actually for like a skit he's gonna do at work, but
no, this is real life. It's
real life. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, that is all she wrote for us here at Hollywood Studios for today. So Indy and I are making our way back to the Skyliner to head back to Riviera. We got a little text, our room is ready, so I'm gonna go check that out. Things were definitely getting hot, so I did grab a Powerade. I actually thought I brought some electrolyte packets, but I dug around in my backpack, they weren't there, so went with Plan B, which I think was a good move. So, but here we are, almost to the Skyliner station, and then it's all downhill from there. Right, Indy? Great. The hat is killing me. There he goes, doing our switch at the back of that Caribbean Beach station, switching over to the Riviera Skyliner. And obviously, he's getting many a compliment from other dudes, and she's enjoying a great deal. All right, Riviera, here we go. Easy peasy, 1 minute wait. Nice job, Indy. There's the Riviera. Very quick 2-minute ride from the Caribbean Beach station. They're neighbors, so is handy. Follow the signs to the Riviera Explorer. And here we are at the Riviera Resort. This is a DVC property, so like the others, you can get a room here if you're not DVC, either just rack rate sometimes on the Disney site or through one of the DVC rental sites, but we're excited to stay here, check it out. The Skyliner access is really great here to Hollywood Studios and Epcot, so that's nice. And it's right next to, you can see the colorful buildings of the Caribbean Beach Resort over there, so very much walking distance over there, just on the off chance that you want to go over there for like the pool or something, because the pool there is kind of cute. Of course, Riviera has its own pool. That's where we're headed tonight. Riviera has some great dining too, so tomorrow morning before we leave, we're going to do brunch at Topolino's Terrace. So we're pretty excited about that. But anyway, here we are getting ready. We have our room is ready, and we're going to use direct to room service, use our magic bands to unlock it. So we're going to head straight there. Welcome to the Riviera. This mural is so cool. It's Peter Pan themed, but it's all it's a mosaic. These are all like hand placed tiles, which is pretty amazing. This is kind of like they have sort of similar to other resorts, a quiet pool and then a boisterous pool where like the water slide is and stuff. We won't go to the quiet pool in this brief night that we're here, but it exists, which is nice for adults. Can't see super well because of the glare, but they have a bunch of movie posters of different Disney movies, and they're in different European languages, which is kind of fun. In keeping with the sort of European, you know, the Riviera. Which one is it? Oh, it's the Wish. Oh, hello. That's cool. Oh, the Wish. Oh, right here. Oh, handy. Okay, so real quickly, I'm gonna walk through our room, which is 8881. This is a deluxe room. It says it has, we just got a regular view. This has an upgraded view, which is nice. So little thing to hold your keys and key cards, so on and so forth. One thing I noticed already is I like these hooks. I did feel at the Grand there weren't quite enough hooks. So they've got the same split bath design as the Grand, which is very nice. So some Moana inspired art. They've got the big, huge shower with the rainfall shower head, which is lovely. Very, very nice shower, toilet, and then your sink in here, towels, etc. Almost identical bathroom to the Grand, just kind of differently decorated. There's your other tub. This is so nice for families with kids. Let's see your little, oh, that's quite deep. So here's your extra pillowcase. There's a vacuum in here. Laundry. We don't have a laundry machine in here, but I'm guessing there's maybe a facility you can use. So there's that. There's a mirror right here. Hello. Then here's your little kitchenette, as the DVC units have. Oh, real bowls. The Grand had plasticware, paperware. So these are real bowls, which is nice. Very good. Toaster up there. Microwave. Probably nothing up here. There wasn't at the Grand either. Coffee machine. Looks like this is not a Keurig pod style one. Interesting. So drip coffee pot. And they've got the filters, the Joffrey's. I'll make a mess here. The Joffrey's filters. Paper towels. Your usual cleaning supplies, probably trash and recycling under here. And fridge. Do you have a freezer fridge? Oh. Little ice box up there. So yeah, fridge freezer combo, which is great. There's your trash. Welcome home to us. I'm assuming this bed pulls out, yes. And very cute. Looks like Rapunzel themed with Pascal in there. So Sydney will be very excited that this bed exists here too. She really enjoyed sleeping on the one in the Grand. Here's the bed. There is a little bit of storage space under the bed, which is nice. There's your Hey Disney, your fun European-inspired art on the wall, thermostat. And then little sitting area, very nice. Little coffee table. The Grand had kind of two separate little tables. This is one. You probably can't move around as easily. Couch, and then I won't try to pull this down with one hand, but Murphy bed kind of couch situation here with some more cool art. So we did get a preferred view. I don't know exactly what that means, if we're going to be able to see fireworks or something, or if it's just because we can see the tiniest bit of the splash pad and some water. But this is our balcony out here. So all in all, looks like a great room. I think we'll be very comfortable here for the next 16 hours. So I'm gonna go get the rest of my family so we can grab our bags, call Bell Services for our bags, grab our swimsuits, and head down to the pool. There is a bed, just like the one at the Grand Floridian, and it pulls out here. She's gonna go for the Hey Disney. One thing I didn't mention was the plug-in USB situation. So this property is much newer than the Grand, so you got a couple plugs, USBs there. Got a couple plugs and USBs over here. I'm sure there's more. Yeah, there's a couple more here near the bed. So all the plugs and USBs you could desire. There might be, is there more even over here? Yeah, even more over here by the Hey Disney. So they figured it out. We like plugs. Thanks, Riviera. All right, Bell Services brought our bags. Took about 20 minutes. Ooh, that's some beautiful art of the Magic Kingdom castle. Very pretty. They brought our bags, so we changed into our swimsuits, and now we're headed to, we just want to check out the lobby real quick. We've never stayed here before. Oh yeah, there's some Walt. We're gonna check out the lobby and then go out to the pool. All right, here's the Voyageurs Lounge. Looks like just kind of a cool sitting area, hangout area, etc., etc. And here's the La Petite Cafe. You've got some beverages, beer, wine, cocktails. I'm noticing there's a beautiful looking pastry case right here. Wow. That Aurora fruit tart is really speaking to me right now. We've got some beautiful Twinings teas. Very nice. Don't always have these fancier ones, which is kind of cool. Oh, some other kind of little fancy treats. Brownie pop, lemon madeleine, and seasonal macarons. That's pretty cool. Nice coffees over here. Okay, so the lobby is here. Now, as many tours of the Riviera will note, this doesn't have like the huge high ceiling kind of grand entrance that some of the other deluxe resorts have, but it's very elegant. It's kind of modern looking. And you know, Europe is, if you're being truly European, guess what? Not a lot of space. So it's kind of in keeping with maybe the European theme. Oh, and Sydney has found the kids' activity area. Okay, on the left it says easy. The middle says medium. The right says, what do you think it says? Can you sound it out? Hard. Yeah, good job. So now you're matching the shapes to the, I think you drag the shape into the dark hole. Plug it in. There you go. Nice work. And right next to the La Petite Cafe, which is open from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., is La Boutique, which is their little gift shop here in the Riviera. Ooh, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. That's cute. And they do have kind of your standard little bodega offerings. I won't go through each one, but all the DVC resorts have kind of your basic foods, stuff you might need during a stay that you forgot or didn't expect to need, snacks. And they've got that here too. Sunscreen, of course. Medicines, hopefully we don't need any of those. Baby foods, things of that nature. And they've got, see, they had a little bit of Halloween stuff off. They've got some of the Dooney and Burke stuff over there. And some Riviera specific stuff. See some Disney Spa collection, a nice Riviera robe. That's kind of cool. So, cute little basics boutique. And they are carrying the Halloween merchandise here too. So if you're looking for your seasonal merch, they've got a small display here of probably the best of, I would imagine. It is very pretty, and the weather has definitely improved. Like, it's warm, but it's not hot. So feels like a warm hug when you walk outside. Okay, we made it out to the pool. And Sydney, the splash pad was looking awfully inviting too, but Sydney said she'd rather do the big slides first, and then she might make her way over to the splash pad. So we're just waiting for her to exit the big water slide. Oh, there she is. Wow, you did it. All right, we've been out at the pool for half hour, 45 minutes. We got a little hungry, so luckily at Riviera, the dining options there's a couple dining options right next to the pool that are really genuinely pretty good. Bar Riva and Primo Piatto. We were looking at Bar Riva's menu, and that was looking pretty attractive to us, so we are just walking around the water slide, and Bar Riva is right there. So easy peasy, gonna go grab a little bit of dinner. So if you're coming from the pool or the splash pad, Bar Riva is very easily accessible, literally right here across the way. So, and Primo Piatto is right next door, so you could really do either. It's kind of like whatever menu you prefer. Bar Riva has a little bit, I don't know, a few more sophisticated offerings, I guess I might call them. So it's more adults in here. They also don't do mobile order to go, so something to keep in mind if you're coming here. We just grabbed a few seats that were open up at the bar.
As mentioned, I think the menu at Bar Riva is a little bit more fresh and upscale than Primo Piatto next door, although they're both great. I tried their hibiscus coconut soda, which is kind of like a mocktail. It's very unique. It's described as hibiscus, coconut, honey, strawberry, and soda water. It was very good. It was a little sweet for me, but most mocktails are. To eat, Sydney had the chicken strips kids meal, which was supposed to get fresh fruit with it. It came out with French fries as the side. We pointed out the mistake, and they very quickly brought out a mandarin orange for her as her fruit side. Gio and I both had the grilled chicken pasta and substituted salmon in for the grilled chicken. The salmon was very, very good. This was exactly what we both needed at the end of a hot day too. It was very light, very flavorful. To end, we had the Riviera cookie skillet, which, to be honest, we were kind of disappointed by. It was a little small and a little hard, but we still ate it.
Looks like we're going to be blessed with another beautiful sunset. So gorgeous. So we did wrap up our dinner at Bar Riva. Sydney asked if she could go over to the splash pad, which is called S'il vous plaît, which is super cute. So there you go. And that's pretty much what the next half hour will look like. All right. She's definitely having a good time. This is a very cute little splash pad. I think we're Dumbo themed here. And it's right next to the big pool, similar to the other deluxe resorts. Oh, that sunset. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Oh, and it has a dumping bucket. We just got a small dump from the dumping bucket. Lucky us. If anyone's interested in the Disney difference, we just witnessed this guy organizing all the chairs the way they're supposed to be. Oh, no, then he fixed it. He wasn't happy with the job he did. He fixes it, and then he takes a picture of the fact that he got all the chairs perfect, probably to send somewhere. So that would be why we're here. All right, and Sydney decided really, she's gonna make her way back up to the pool. Gonna make her way back up to the pool for her last few minutes of swim time today. So here we are, about ready to wind down our day and our vacation, because we leave tomorrow. We have a little bit, oh, here she is. We have some fun plans in the morning. We have brunch at Topolino's Terrace before we leave. Our flight's at 2. So we'll have a little bit of resort time in the morning, not a lot, but we'll make the most of it. And we're headed back home. So we had a great vacation. She talked him into getting in and doing one slide down the water slide. Oh, you lucky girl, you lucky girl. She is so excited that she got him up there. Look at them. Oh, rock, scissors, paper for who goes first. There is lightning, which is kind of funny. We were talking about how at the Grand Floridian they shut everything down constantly. And here it's kind of been lightning and thundering all evening. They haven't shut it down. That was a good one. Oh my gosh. You guys. Oh, you're so goofy. Oh, we totally missed the campfire tonight. It looks like Moana 2 was the movie that was playing. Poppy discovered the gelato cart.
I think I have to do one.
He's got to do one. We did do a little gelato order. How fun. This is right next to the pool, which is pretty cool. We came down to the lobby to actually see if we could just see the fireworks from the front of the resort. Oh, looks like maybe you can. Well, holy smokes, you can see a little bit of the show. I'm sure it's not quite as good as from Topolino's Terrace, but this is not bad. That's so cool. Just a girl enjoying her sorbet, the lemon sorbet. Oh yeah, how was your gelato? In a word.
God.
Okay, perfect. Bellissimo. Well, that's cool. We found the spot
This is great.
at the Riviera. Yeah, that was really cool.
And that wraps up our stay at the Riviera. Tomorrow we have breakfast at Topolino's Terrace, and then we head home. We had a really wonderful day today, and we thought it was actually really handy to split our stay between the Grand Floridian for our Magic Kingdom time and the Riviera for our Epcot and Hollywood Studios time. This was our first time staying at the Riviera, and we loved how small and cozy it felt compared to kind of the sprawling feeling of some of the other resorts. We've already booked our next split stay for after baby comes, so subscribe if you'd like to catch our adventures on that trip. In the meantime, thanks for joining us today. Goodbye.